the Profundal zone. A group of treasure hunters have crossed through the sluice gate of the dam in order to investigate the Profundal zone on the other side. Your burdens are 2. And indeed, when you go through the sluice gate, it leads to, essentially you follow them. They all kind of lead to a point underneath the dam, a set of stairs that climb up. You follow those for a time, and they deposit you into the valley that was drained once the dam was burst. There's still a lot of water and muck on the valley floor, to be clear, but this valley used to be, it was like tens of feet high of water, maybe even more. And now it's all drained, and whatever was down there is now revealed. The stairs also continue up to the top of the dam. You have an out-of-character set goal here, meaning it's a set goal that only you as players know about. Your characters don't know about this, which is to find the pit. You are currently at the stairs. They are going to let out into the valley. You also have the option of continuing up to the top of the dam. The sun is high in the sky. I will tell you that there's a very thick smell as you get closer to the valley. It is... It smells like an airless tomb burning in the light of an unwanted sun. That's from the module. That's not my own poetry, I fear. What do you all do?
Seems like our options are limited. Up or down.
Probably down because that would include things that have not been uncovered in, well, ages upon ages.
Yeah. Chance of finding some kind of money that was thrown down there.
If we go up, we get a better vantage point.
Hmm.
How
Sure.
far up is this dam? Like, how big is this dam? If we go up,
The
is that
dam's
gonna take us
enormous.
hours?
The dam's enormous, but it's much bigger on the other side. Like it kind of goes down, and like the part that you're on is like up higher. It's still like a good 30 or 40 feet though to the top. Maybe even more than that. Probably like closer to 60 to 70.
Yeah.
I mean, at the top we could see better, but we didn't get any kind of detail.
Yeah. If we have to go up, then we have to come back down.
There are stairs at least. You don't have to scale
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah. Preferable than previously, where less stairs.
I think Bazo does a squat and says, "Well, I'm going to leave the decision making up to you, brainiacs. I'm good to go up or down."
Mm-hmm. Just to give a little bit description to my character, Abeha, they are blue-green skinned, sort of fey-born with frog eyes. And I think they're contemplating about going up and just like, yeah, probably when at the very least, I don't think there would be anything dangerous up there. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, I guess we can go and just get the lay of the land.
you can head up.
Yeah.
The stairs are pretty wide. You don't have to even go single file. You can kind of walk up side by side there. And it's a gentle climb too. By pressing forward, you are pressing forward in pursuit of your goals. And if you have any questions about going up the dam, you can ask them now, trigger the hunt roll. If anybody has any questions, please do ask them.
Does it look like anybody's been around here lately? Like if there's any kind of maintenance been done on this dam or any sort of other travelers? Are we the first to get here is what I'm wondering.
Mhm.
I like that as a hunt roll. Do you have a skill that will help you determine that?
Not really. Endurance, because we're going up the stairs and I gotta keep an eye out for what's going on and endure the extreme climb of the stairs.
I think that's a stretch.
I tried.
Good effort, though.
So one light for hunt. That is a 4.
You get your token, but you encounter something terrible. I will tell you that as you're going up, you can tell it has been centuries, possibly decades, since anyone has climbed these stairs. How do you know? Or decades, possibly centuries. Yeah.
I think the wood on the stairs and the stone that it's built into are faded down over time, over use, but there's moss and dust and just debris that have grown on it, grown plants, grown little trees, things. It's a little bit harder. It's a nice, easy slope, but it is hard to get up these stairs because they have not been maintained. And some of these trees are clearly decades old.
I will tell you that as you go up, every now and then, as you are looking around, you might look back into the valley and something on the valley walls, the sun will hit the valley wall in a certain way that causes something to flash very brightly. And sometimes it catches you in a funny way, and you have to kind of like shake your head to get your vision clear again. Revel, do you have any questions as you ascend?
Do we already have some view of the valley? Can we already understand
You'll get the
the
best view when you get to the top, but you can certainly be keeping an eye open for something as you go higher. Yeah.
I think I'm looking for any kind of structure, either something that has like a boat or something that was on
Yeah.
the river
Something that might
before.
have sunk or something. Yeah.
Yeah, anything that has sunk or something.
Yeah. Make a hunt roll. You get one die for doing it, and then you get another die if you have a piece of equipment or a skill that would be helpful.
I don't think I have anything very helpful. Balance coordination, again, very good for climbing, not very good for looking. Okay, so
Make a single die.
Hunt, single light. 3.
You will encounter something terrible. I will tell you what you see, though. As you get higher, you will see that there is still a channel of water down in the valley.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't see all the way across until you get to the very highest point, but you can tell that at the point nearest the dam, which is where you're at, you can see that there is a bridge of some sort down there. That's a bit odd, a bridge that would have been submerged, right? I'll also tell you that you can hear something on the other side of the dam, the side you came from. Whatever it is, it's loud enough for you to hear its footsteps this high up. It's big enough for you to hear its footsteps this high up.
I look to the others and ask, can you hear that?
Sounds heavier than me.
I really hope it's not another golem. I really hope it is not another golem.
Obeha, do you have any questions as you near the top of the dam?
I think I only have a question when I get to the top of the dam. What's following us?
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Once you get to the top of the dam, you'll have the best vantage point to look on either side of it, right?
Yeah.
Both into the valley and into the side where you hear the sounds. You can make a hunt roll.
Mm, yeah, I really do not have anything because I have my equipment is just filled up, so I cannot get a spyglass. One. Um,
I'll take the fiction. You move over to the edge of the dam, near the you're actually near the top of the split, right? Where it would have burst. And since you heard the noise on the other side of the dam, it's been a few minutes, maybe even like 5 minutes or so, and you haven't heard anything in that time. It's very hot up here. The sun is absolutely baking atop this flat stone dam. It's very quiet up here. All you can hear is the very occasional ripple of water from the valley side when the wind blows a certain way. You are now near the edge of the rip of the tear. Maybe it's a bit vertigo inducing to peek over the edge. And you are knocked back. You are knocked back as the golem of Al-Nilam climbs up from the crevasse directly atop the dam. These things are incredibly good climbers and quiet too. It hoists itself up. It has a large cube-shaped head in its enormous 15-foot high mechanical corpus. It is quite suddenly looming over you. You are in combat with it. I will snip a picture just so you know what you're looking at here.
15 foot.
It's very big. That's what it looks like at a glance. It is an endurance 11. I just need to know how you are exposed to danger, Obeha, and make a weak point roll.
I really fucking don't want to fight this thing. And I didn't want to come up here to the start for the start point, so I think I'm really just honestly caught unawares, a little bit vertigo, and just generally bad about my current circumstances.
What is your weak
2.
point? 2. Okay. Revel, Basso, are you joining the fight?
Yeah. Could I try to throw grease at the golem's feet?
And then line it up?
Not just
Or just make a slip.
go.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
That's good. Oh, yeah,
Oh.
I think it's really good. Yeah. I think that's great. You can. How much grease do you have? How many uses?
6.
Okay. Go ahead and we'll count it as ranged weapon, and we'll count your uses as ammo. I'm going to say that each you can risk up to 3 slots. Each slot that is used takes up 2 uses, and so basically the way this will go is you will get. Do you have a? Well, you get 1 light die for the grease, and then you get an extra light die for each slot you're willing to risk.
Okay, so I'm going to risk 2.
Okay, so that's a total of 3 light. You can go ahead and roll that. If any of them come up 1, 2, or 3, you lose a slot. But as long as you hit it, you lower its endurance.
Okay, do I roll as a risk roll or
Risk 4 light or risk 3 light. Yeah,
6?
fantastic. You do use 1 use, so you now have 4 uses, but it works. You lower its endurance by 10. Be prepared to describe what that looks like. You can't join the first round of combat though. Basso, tell me how you're exposed to danger.
I think I did peer over the edge of the dam, and I did get vertigo, a sense of vertigo, and I stumbled my way backwards. So I think I'm really off kilter, off my game. I'm not balanced when this golem pulls itself so quickly and stealthily that I don't have anything ready. I'm not ready for combat.
Fantastic. What's your weak point?
My weak point is a 4.
Fantastic. We have a 2 and a 4 on the table. It's going to be a combat 2 to start. Obeha looking for 10 now because of the grease attack.
Mm-hmm. It is a 5, which is 4 and 1. So
Basso
Basso's
gets hit.
get.
Let's begin the combat. Obeha, give me the first part. What does it look like?
I think just generally because I fought. This is my 3rd time fighting a golem. I hate these things. Almost as bad as those vultures, those pompous vultures. I think it goes to swing, and I remember from the previous times, and I just duck down.
Revel, give me your move here. What does it look like when you cause this thing to lose its footing a bit?
Well, as I see that the thing is coming up and that it's huge and terrifying, but there is a big fall down, I get some grease and just throw it right where it's moving. And I guess as it steps, it starts losing balance a bit.
And yet it still hits you, Basso. How so?
Honestly, a little bit Looney Tunes, where Bazo, looking over the edge and getting that vertigo, is sort of windmilling arm back as this thing comes up, and Bazo looks up at it, and all of its 4.5 meters or so, and we see the creature start to lose its own footing and start to windmill its own arms to gain its balance. But when it windmills its arm, it upper chucks right in the chin of Bazo, and just like Revel was saying, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Bazo lands hard.
Fantastic. Revel, you can join this round if you want. If so, just roll a weak point for me.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, my weak point is 1.
So you have a 2, a 4, and a 1, and now it's going to be combat 4 total. So Basso, go ahead and roll combat 4. We're looking for 10 on the 2 highest dice. That's not quite enough.
No.
And a 4 is hit again for Basso.
I got a 9 and I hit a 4, yeah.
Basso, kick it off. What does it look like?
I think as this creature starts to right itself and it sees Bazo down on the ground, flat on his back, it takes one of its giant golden arms and fists punching down into the top of the dam, and Bazo manages to just roll away quickly, just in the nick of time, but his rusty steel shield takes the brunt of the impact and shatters into a million tiny shards.
Intense. Revel, Obeha, it's not defeated yet. Just give me the standstill combat. What does it look like? Obeha, you can start.
I think it's Abeha is getting to their feet and is just realizing that, oh yeah, I don't think Revel or Basso has fought one of these things before. Or at least Revel. I just shout out, aim for the cube head thing, and I think I am getting out my staff at this point and stamping it forward, preparing an attack.
Revel.
Yeah, it's first time Revel is seeing something like this. It's initially very terrifying, but he just prepares his lens and tries to assume some stance to keep his balance in the dam with grease on the floor. Yeah.
Fantastic. Obeha, since you've called out aiming for the head, that is its weakness. And so that will lower its endurance down to 9 now. If you're still in the combat,
Mm-hmm.
if anybody needs to leave the combat, you have to give your weak point to another character. Otherwise, we roll another round. Revel, you can roll this round. It's going to be combat 5. Now we're looking for 9 on the 2 highest dice.
Okay, so combat and 5.
That'll
Okay,
do it.
that enough.
We
But
did
also,
get
yeah,
another 4. um, and I don't know if anybody else has got hit, but
Nope.
nope.
but that does take it out.
Yeah.
Bazo, I'll at least give you the killing blow. Revel, go ahead and describe your next part. What happens?
Well, I hear about the weak points and I just try to move with my lens and hit it in the head. And I think I chip it a bit, and the creature gets wobbly and falls in one of its knees.
Mm-hmm.
Obeya?
I think like it's like aiming to like probably like hit Bazo again, and I'm trying to like offer like a little bit of like chipping, trying to like instead of his arm coming just on top of Bazo, like just try to redirect it through just force blast and whatnot.
Oh, nice. So you're using like a magical blast to like
Yeah.
move. Yeah, it's good. I like that. Bazo, you get the killing blow.
Yeah, I think the blast manages to turn the golem just in a specific way that that flash of light that reflects off of the side of the cavern, it manages to almost highlight its cube head, and Bazo grabs his warhammer and with a backhand smashes it, a smashing jump off the ground. It's very athletic. Manages to drive the edge of the hammer into its face with a sort of crinkling, crushing sound of metal on metal. But as the hammer gets stuck in the golem's face and pulls the golem down, it pulls it on top of Bazo, and his full plate metal armor
Is
shatters.
crushed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crushed.
How many pieces of armor do you have left?
None.
None. Okay. It's not great. Good
None
start.
armor.
Well, let's at least see how much this thing is worth. They only ever have one treasure. It's paradoxically the head. We just roll to see how much it's worth. Bazo, you can roll gold 9, please.
All right, just so you know, I am infamously bad at rolling gold.
Let's hope.
Hey, a 1.
Whoever is taking it, it's worth 1 gold.
I have a lot of hunt tokens, so somebody else
Yeah.
can take it.
Yeah. I will take the gold just to
I'm still struggling to get up from under this thing. I'm
Yeah.
not I'm not scavenging anything.
yeah. Yeah, just like I think like as like I just grab like the bits and remains of like the cube because like as an artifact probably would have been worth more, but as like just valuable pieces of like ancient materials has some value. Pocket those, and I take like my staff and start trying to leverage the golem, not getting far because Abeha is weak noodle arms.
Revel, while Oveha's trying to free Basso from the bulk of the golem, you have a much more safer look now atop the dam. What do you do?
Yeah, I again look for, well, try to see any kind of structure that could have fallen down. It's try to look if there's any kind of cavern, any kind of interesting landmark on it.
Yeah, fantastic. You get a great view. Since you have the being up high is worth a hunt die, so you get to roll 2.
Okay.
6.
Oh, nice.
I'll tell you, you have a perfect view of the valley floor. The sun is bright in the sky. Vantage point. You see that channel of water, which is kind of reflects how the river would have run. And there's not just one bridge. There are 3 bridges at different points along this channel. The bridges, I'm going to identify them by color.
Mm-hmm.
The closest is the brown bridge. About halfway up along the valley floor, there is a white bridge. And then on the very far side, furthest away from the dam, there's a black bridge.
Do they look like they're stone or?
At this height, you can't tell what they're made of. You just get the color. I will tell you, though, since you rolled so well, that glimmering that Basso will assume was complaining about, the valley walls, they catch the sunlight and cause shafts of sunlight to sort of be dispersed as the sun rises and hits the valley wall. Indeed, you can tell that the valley walls were carved specifically to reflect sunlight. They're like enormous, shiny, they're not mirrors, but they're polished like mirrors. Bazo and Abeja, you can be free of all this now.
I would like to take this moment, now that I'm free from out from under this golem, to look around the top of the dam and maybe even the golem's body itself. And I would like to trade in 2 hunt tokens for something cool.
Of value.
Yes.
Sure. You will find something. So basically, whenever the dam was split, the things that were interred inside the dam, see previous delves, a lot of it was like the force that caused the dam to burst open caused a lot of that stuff to just be like thrown up and out, right? And indeed, there is, on the very teetering on the edge of the burst dam, kind of near the gap to the other side, there is what appears to be a, I would describe it as a, we'll say it's like a desk. It looks like a big table or desk, and it has hammered brass accents, and you'll notice it, maybe thinking it was initially like just a bunch of rubble, but it's actually not. As the sun hits it, there's a glimmer. You can kind of move the rubble to get to it a little better. You have to leave it here until you have time to come back for it and drag it down to camp. But as long as you make a point of coming back, it's worth 3 gold. So, Obeha, what are you doing?
I think, frankly, a lot of us have been injured. So, and I haven't been seeing, well, Yorkish, fuck, I
Yargosh,
forget how, Yorgash,
the surgeon.
as of the surgeon as of late. But I do have some of his supplies that I bought
Oh,
from him. So I do have like bandages and stuff.
oh, okay. Do those do anything besides just be bandages?
They're just equipment. So like I don't know whether or not I can make a risk roll to reduce ruin or not.
Um, I think if you're willing to take the time and to just expend them all,
Mhm.
you can lower a ruin.
Hey Vasa, if you split the worth of that desk with me, I could have like some bandages to help
We
you
can assume
heal
the
you up.
bandages come with salve, and
Yeah,
And I think he kind of clutches at his ribs. Okay, 2 gold for me, 1 gold for you. If we settle
fair
for
enough.
3.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, hand over that salve.
Mm-hmm.
obviously in character you don't speak in terms of gold, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Just
Two
like
money, two amount of money for
Two
me.
amount of money, yeah.
yeah,
2 shares,
yeah,
1
Two
share.
shares and one share, yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Thank you.
Fantastic. That will. So what does that put your ruin down to now?
I'm at a 3 now.
Okay, all right. So you can take 2 hits. You can take. All right, got 2.5 hours to go. See how we manage.
I've already said on the Discord that I might have to pull an Obeha.
All right. So, well, okay. What else do you want to do while you're up high? You've learned some things. There are these bridges down below. You have a view
Mhm.
of the valley floor, and there's these weird, sort of like carved scoops or panels all along the valley walls.
When Bazo was a little kid, he used to use pieces of glass to burn marks in wood. And I suppose what he's wondering is looking around and the way that the walls in this area, the way that they're carved and shone, is it meant to burn in patterns? Or is there
Mm.
some sort of pattern that has resulted from the way that these walls
Hmm.
have been carved?
Hmm. Good question. Um, Make a hunt roll.
The only skill I think that I have that's really going to be useful here is crafting.
Oh, I like that. I think it's a
Yeah,
good. Yeah, it's a good move. Yeah, because this was intent. These were put here. These were like
yeah.
intentional.
These are
Yeah.
built. This
Yeah.
is a built thing. Yeah, I got a 5.
Nice. Take your token. The terrible thing is, you can tell that as the sun passes overhead, the light as it hits the panels a certain way, you can tell that the beams are shifting and coming together in a weird way. But you will have to wait until the sun reaches its highest point in order to see what it's truly doing. Are you willing to wait that long?
How long would that be?
I think it's going to be like another 2 hours.
I would rather not wait in one spot for 2 hours.
Unless you take shelter in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could leave Basso and come back for them.
Oh, you know me. I love to split the party, but it's tempting. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to take shelter in the carcass, the remains of this golem, and watch to see what happens. So that when it happens, I can run down the stairs because I should be able to get down faster than I got up,
Yeah, yeah.
and warn my colleagues if it's something bad.
Okay. Okay, that's good. So then we'll just stick with the other two for a little bit. There's probably nothing else to learn up here. And
Mhm.
so, Abeja and Revel, if you want to go back down to the valley floor,
Going
you
back
certainly
down the
can.
stairs.
Indeed.
Yeah, going back down. Let's look at these bridges.
Yeah. So, yeah, all we really found out is that this valley is some sort of mirror bowl.
Yeah, what what is what has built it? And also those bridges, they don't make any sense. They would have
Well,
been underwater.
yeah. Like there like legends have it that there was like a empire of unspeakable wealth that traded in secrets, dark wonders at death. And they drew like their power from the earth. So perhaps it's like some sort of locking device or something of that nature. Because, well,
Yeah, some kind of
uh,
ritual.
yeah, putting a bunch of light on one spot and a dam putting a bunch of water over said spot. Something's being guarded here. Don't know whether it's to keep people out or keep people in or keep something in.
Yeah, guess there's only one way to find out.
Mm-hmm.
You can get to the valley floor and you can follow the river channel that's left.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very far. This valley floor is, you can probably, I would say in total, from the dam to the Black Bridge, it's probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 football fields. It's not that big. It's not easy to navigate necessarily, because as you get down there, you realize that, well, apart from the disgusting, nauseous smell of rot and whatever kind of algae and matter is suddenly revealed after having drained all the water, that makes it just an unpleasant experience. But also, the valley floor, it has the consistency of thick blue-gray mud, or it's like thick mud and it's blue-gray in color. You can also see that there are things wriggling in the mud, worms, fish that are still clinging on to life, who knows what else. The whole place has the feel of something terrible revealed, like a black sheet pulled back from a naked corpse. It's just rotting and sludgy and gross. And you'll see periodically throughout this whole space up ahead, you'll see clusters of spiky bushes. You'll see densely knotted gray trees. And you'll see twisting black towers. Maybe some kind of built thing, but maybe some kind of natural sediment deposit, who knows. Do you have any questions as you proceed to the Brown Bridge?
Can I now know what material the bridge is?
As you get closer, yeah, you can certainly ask as you approach. Yeah.
And when we went down, could we have like touched the walls to see more or less what's
Yeah, you can certainly walk over to one
material?
of those. Yeah, it looks like something actually carved away and polished the valley wall.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a hunt roll, though.
Oh, once again, I have only. Am I aiding someone in finding something?
Do you have a piece of equipment that might be helpful? You have your 3 open slots.
Right. Yeah. Could I have some kind of magnifying glass? Does that
Yeah,
exist?
that's great. Yeah, yeah.
I'll use that. So
I think that's even one of the options in the drop down. So 6.
yeah.
Fantastic. Take a token. As you approach the bridge, and before you even get there, because you're looking through say a spyglass, you'll see that the bridge is actually not a bridge at all. It's the body of a gigantic eagle. Its wings making a bridge across the water. I will tell you that the bird corpse is writhing slightly, as if something is underneath it. Abeha, what are you doing?
Since presumably Revel is sharing this information with me, I'm just like, God, we have to approach this carefully because there's big fish in the area. I've seen some of it myself, and I think like just sort of carefully, just like approaching to like try to see like if we can angle it so we could like see like what may be underneath the bird corpse.
Make a hunt roll.
Could I argue that natural camouflage is a type of illusion?
Sure.
A 5.
Take your token. If you watch the giant bird carcass for a time, you'll see an enormous crab pincher come up from underneath it, clamp down onto the bird's neck, and scissor it off. Let's take a 5-minute break. Basso, you hear footsteps on the dam.
Oh, I dive in further into my corpse hideout.
Yeah. You hear voices. Well, sister, I wonder where they got to. Brother, I reckon they are down below in the valley. Yes, sister, I reckon you are right. What do you suppose we do if they find the entrance to the observatory? Well, brother, I suppose we have to kill them before they can go back and tell their colleagues. And then you hear a third voice. That will not be necessary. I have prepared the most wonderful assault to take place tonight on their camp. They will not survive the night. Yes, Solushika, that is why we hired you. We have to just keep biding our time. Wait until we've cleared them all out, and then we go and find the observatory ourselves. I wonder if they even know what they're looking for. Oh, look. It seems they killed one of the golems. Yes, they are very capable, aren't they, brother? I have prepared something extra special for them with regard to the golems. Even now, those that remain are being lured to the camp by my zombie dogs. Excellent, sister. Excellent, Soloshika. We have a wonderful vantage point here, don't we? Yes, we will be able to see everything as it unfolds. Just a few more hours. And they stop and kind of make camp by the golem, Basso.
I have a question.
Yes.
How big is the top of the dam?
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there barriers if I were to, for example, throw a golem corpse at these people to send one of them off while I book it? Would one of them go off?
I mean, I think probably the golem corpse is maybe too big for you to push it in any realistic way, but you can just run. I mean,
I would
but you
like
also have to wait because because the sun's not the highest point yet.
I'd like to continue my wait, but I want to ready my weighted net.
Okay.
Which is one of my weapons, for when I want to book it.
Fantastic. Well, back to Revel and Abeja. The giant crab claw just scissored off the head of this bird corpse. It's not a bridge at all. It's just a big dead bird. What are the two of you doing right now?
Do you think we could jump this? Because like the crab seems very interested in like the corpse. Because
I mean,
like
to be clear,
crabs...
you don't even have to follow the river. You can walk along the sludgy banks.
Right.
That is true. Because there's 3 bridges, so
Right.
it would cross.
Well,
there
and
would
they
be a,
and
like,
they and they it's a they kind of make a snaking pattern, so the bridges you have access to
okay.
both sides of the bridges at all times.
Okay, so we
yeah.
don't okay, so like that's not a problem. All right, I see.
Let's leave this crab with his lunch, and
Mm-hmm.
we'll move on to the next bridge.
Yeah.
You can keep going for a bit, trudging, sludging through toward the White Bridge. Any questions as you approach?
Material. What is the bridge?
If you're using your spyglass again, go ahead and make a 2-die hunt roll.
Okay. 4.
Take your token. I will tell you that the White Bridge is actually just a pile, an enormous pile of discarded fish skin. The smell is repellent. You might have been wondering, what is that smell? Well, this is part of it. Just a great big nasty pile of fish flesh spanning this part of the river.
Is it static or also moving like the...
It's also quivering.
All right. Well, it can't be 3 for free.
Are you avoiding that one?
Yes. Like we can always come back because like Basso is like pretty far behind us. So
yeah. You can keep going towards the Black Bridge if you want.
Mm-hmm.
You can do the same roll as well, Revel.
Okay. That was a 3. Yeah, eventually it was bound to happen.
I will tell you as you get closer, this is an actual bridge.
Yay!
It's a bridge of black stone put here intentionally, crossing a particular part of the river. Intriguingly, it looks like it was built down here, not built up top and fallen. So that's interesting. And on top of that, as you are taking this in, Obeha, as you are maybe trying to see what you can see, you have failed to notice that a group of pyretized bog mummies have lifted up out of the sludge behind you. They are dressed in finery covered in thick blue-gray muck. Their skulls have worms and fish and mud dribbling out of the mouths, the eye sockets. They raise their hands covered in dross, bony fingers stretching out. There are a trio of them, and the two of you have not spotted them yet. They are behind you. They're stretching their hands out, and then you hear them. If you spin around, these things are atop you. I need to know how you're exposed to danger and roll weak point.
Perhaps a suggestion, since Revel and Bazo are sitting on lots of hunt tokens, that maybe we spend them to avoid this combat.
That's up to you.
Is it definitely a combat?
It is a combat right now, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
It definitely feels like it.
I mean, Basso, it's not your fight.
No, but I do have.
You could spend
fair
your
number of
you could spend your tokens to make the crows go away.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the villains
I-
up top.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's tempting too.
I mean, like, here's the thing. We're, as a collective, we're sitting on 7 hunt tokens.
Yeah. How many do I have to spend to avoid dealing with the mummies?
If
3.
if you want
Collectively,
to,
3.
if I agree to it, yeah, I'm okay with that. Like 3 to avoid this fight. Yeah.
I'll toss in a goal or a hunt token. I think
Mm-hmm.
I have a ritual of messenger where I can send a message via a creature, and I think while they're noisily setting up camp, I think I whisper to a bird that things are worse here than they seem, and I send that bird off to Revel and Obeha to help sort of set them on edge.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
sort of the way I'm helping.
Well, to spend the token, you don't have to justify it. There's no fictional
Mhm.
justification
I want
needed,
to.
but you can. I do think if you want to send a message to them, we can do a risk roll to do that for sure. But otherwise,
Right.
I just need to know if we're
Yep.
spending those other 2 tokens.
I will spend by 1 token.
Okay.
Just.
I'll spend 1 too.
Mhm.
With all 3 of them spent, and I've agreed to the spend, Obeha, Revel, just describe how you destroy these things. Obeha, what does it look like?
I think, like, even though this valley has been drained out, it's still extremely wet and muddy. The water is still being retained, and like the mummies, they are decaying, they're rotting, and they are also kind of a little bit stuck in the mud. So like it's like just whacking them down, getting them like clumped up and stuck even further, just being very angry at their inability to murder us.
Yeah, I think Revel kicks one of them, and they just get grabbed by another crab, and that's
Oh, another
Again.
big crab claw comes out and grabs them and tears
yeah. I
them
consider
apart.
this the tokens kind of a Deus Ex Machina, so it's like just a giant crab helping us.
You could then scuttle away to get away from the giant crab further towards the bridge.
Mhm.
Basso, what are you doing right now?
Hiding. Waiting. I'm trying to keep as low profile as possible. I don't want them to know that I am here.
I think this is
But
a
I
risk.
am
It's a risk
prepping
roll.
for a run.
It's a
when
risk
I
roll.
can. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
fair.
The risk roll could be to avoid being seen, or it can be to just get away. I'll leave that up to you.
See, I want to wait until the sun hits the thing so I can see the thing that I've been waiting for.
So just hide then, I think. To
Yeah,
state it.
so I'm just
Yeah,
trying to hide.
Yeah.
I think I'm using my skills in endurance here because
that
I
makes
am
sense to me.
underneath. Like I have solidly crawled underneath this corpse.
Yeah. Walk us through it. Let's do it.
Well, what can go wrong here if things go real bad?
You get seen, and you have to fight these people.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Like I think probably like the person probably with the zombies under their control, I think gets the idea of like, huh, we have a company person now. We could probably use them as bait or
You'd be a
something.
great zombie.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that is worse. Holy, okay.
Any thoughts, Xiao, you want to add of what could go wrong?
What else could go wrong? Oh, I mean the guy that they've hired could still have some of his little doggies around.
Ooh,
Yeah,
no.
there's a bunch of zombies up here too.
Yeah. Like why waste all of them on the golems when he?
Oh,
Okay, great.
okay. Well,
You got your first die.
yeah, I got my first slide die. Am I risking body or mind at the moment? Because I'm hiding. I'm not really
Not
sure.
until you get found.
Yeah, okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I am open to devil's bargains. It's something that happens no matter what. If anyone wants to suggest one.
You no matter what, any little messenger animal you try to send out while you're waiting, either to warn the camp or to warn them, the crows just like grab it and
Oh no.
they just grab it and make a meal of it or something.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's my offer.
I think this is a nasty devil's bargain. I think no matter what, I think the way that the crows set up their camp, you cannot leave the golem hideout.
You're just stuck.
Yeah.
Oh, that's delicious though. I love that. Okay. Not excellent for role play fun, but good for drama.
Revel, I don't know if you have any offers or not, but
Nothing comes
you
to
got
mind.
two.
Because I am very invested in making sure camp knows about what's going to happen or what is potentially going to happen, I'm gonna get stuck up here. I'm taking chaotics.
Fantastic.
I can't believe that. Chaotic, you're so mean. All right, that's too light, no dark.
Oof.
I rolled a 3.
Woof. That is a fail. Would you like to add a dark die to avoid?
I would like to, yes, please.
Okay.
6
light. There you go. Just because a lot of this time will be passing while they're moving down below. So just describe it. What's it like while you're just trying to be really quiet and stuck up in there? And how do you realize you're going to be stuck here for a while?
I think I take little precautions, like I peek out from underneath where I am, underneath the body of the corpse of this golem, and I look out to see what they're doing, where they are, and they're just sitting around camp, but they're sitting around camp so that they're basically in direct view of me. If I try to sneak out, there's nowhere for me to go. I can't get to the stairs without going right past them, and there's no way I can be sneaky enough for that because I'm a big guy, and I think I slowly, as my stomach starts to growl, because I have a distended stomach. I've been eating a lot for some reason. I don't really remember what happened, but I've been really off and on super hungry lately, and I think that's causing like some stomach growls. So I have to shimmy in underneath the corpse even more to make sure that sound is, not anything visible or anything audible to these crows. Luckily they're talking and drinking and eating, so they're making a little bit of noise themselves, which helps cover up any noises I'm making. But I do really want to send a message to camp.
Oh, okay.
I want to
Warning
use
them.
my ritual.
Warning them about the attack.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a moment. Revel of Eha, you can move closer to the Black Bridge now, as you wish. As you get close to the bridge, let me tell you what you see. Pull it up here. It is a fine bridge of black stone. Weed, rock, and fallen debris cover it at both ends. On each bridge post are stone crowns, and each crown has 5 sharp extended tines. They cannot be removed. They're part of the structure, but it's an interesting detail. What do you do?
Is the bridge like on the ground, or is it more like arcing?
It's arcing, yeah, and it actually, so yeah, it kind of arcs over, and the river passes underneath it.
Okay. I go to one of the sides to see if there's anything on the bridge, one of the entrances of the bridge.
Sure, yeah, make a hunt roll.
Consider that. Oh, can I ask Obeha to go to the other side and then consider this to be coordination?
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2. 5.
Take your token. Apart from just the muck, I will tell you that on one side of the bridge, there are what I mentioned earlier. I mentioned periodically you see some spiked, they look like bushes with spikes, and there are a pair of them on Obeha's side of the bridge. You can hop over the water and approach it from both sides. Obeha, what do you do?
I think just going to try to cross the bridge because like it looks like a stone bridge. And just see like what's on like the other side, like where does it lead? Like is there like some sort of like old path here or something?
Well, to be clear, the way Revels described it is you're attacking it from 2 sides essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so
Oh,
Rebel's
okay.
on one side, and you're on the side
Or
that's blocked by these 2 spiky bushes.
mhm. Okay. So basically like it's like ornaments to the side of the bridge.
There are these like crown ornaments on the posts, and then there's these 2 bushes that block that entry to the bridge.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, you just leave it alone, but that's what
Yeah.
you see.
I'm just gonna leave it alone.
Okay. Well, so what are we doing now?
Amanda, you cannot message me that during the game. Yeah, but I'm so just going to like the other side. Just figuring out like, oh God, man, what time is it?
Well, Bazo, you will eventually hear the sister of the brother and sister pair say, "Ah, brother, it appears to be time." "Yes, sister, I see that. The sun is quite high in the sky. Shall we take a look? Let's." And you can see their feet from where you're at. You can see their feet walking over to the valley side of the dam to look at what you were here to look at. You can't tell what they're saying.
Can I see what they're seeing?
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake, my plan.
So do you want to go ahead and try to send your message to camp?
I do. I think it's important the camp knows what's about to happen. And
Fantastic.
it's worth the risk, especially since they're distracted right now.
Right. Let's do the risk roll. Take us through it.
What could go wrong here?
You get discovered. C, previous risk roll.
Yeah, yeah. They stop your animal, your message.
Hmm. I think like how it's worse is like they'll discover you're stuck on the golem and you will be killed inside the golem and
Ew.
well animating you inside the golem may animate the golem.
That would be TBD on that.
I'd be
Let's
like
see.
a hand puppet, the hand inside of a
Yeah.
puppet. Oh Lord. Okay.
All right, keep going.
Well, I think I'm going to rely on my skill of endurance again because the same situation is applying and I am still trying to endure it.
Yeah, I'll take it. You have a dark die now for the ritual.
Yeah, that checks out. I am still open to devil's bargains. Maybe one of them could be I get out of here. No matter what, I get out of here.
No.
It's not a devil's bargain.
Dang it.
No matter what, the messenger animal doesn't get all the details right.
Oh, that's good.
It
That's
is just a
juicy.
poor animal.
Mhm. Who are you sending this to again?
To camp.
No matter what, it goes to the closest camp members, which would be Abeha or Revel.
Ooh, that's good.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting. Okay, it kind of gets a little confused.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's always, no matter what, you get found.
There is
Oh,
always that.
yeah, because it could succeed and you still get found. Yeah.
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 I'm gonna take Jason's. The animal that I summon is not the brightest, bird. It's not like a corvid or something. It's like a,
Some
I don't know, like a chickadee or
yeah,
some
some stupid
some
pea
stupid
brain
bird.
bird. Yeah, pea brain
Yeah.
bird.
Um,
Fantastic. Two,
all right.
two
Two
light,
light,
one
one
dark.
dark. That is a 5.
Fantastic. 5 light too. Um, the complication, the complication is that the complication is that the bird, the bird misunderstands to convey to the camp that there are a bunch of giant fishes getting ready to attack the camp. So an attack's going to happen, but it interprets your words as giant fish, not zombies.
Okay, but at least it knows it's gonna warn them of an attack.
Indeed.
I will take it because I have no other option.
Describe what it looks like when you find the animal Gandalf style and send it on its way.
I think I have a way of calling these animals to me, and when the ritual's working, it works. And it is a whistling, sort of an under the breath whistling, where I whistle a specific tune. And I know when the ritual is going to work because a bird will arrive or an animal will arrive, but usually it's a bird. Uh, so I whistle, and this little bird, maybe like a little sparrow, lands, a little white-throated sparrow lands down next to me, and it starts making its stupid sparrow call, and I go shh. And then I tell it, you must go to camp. You must go to my camp and warn them that there's going to be zombies attacking tonight. Do you understand, bird?
Cheap, cheap.
And usually that means yes. And so I say, now go, fly like the wind.
It flies off. Revel and Obeha, you would be mindful of the fact that it's nearly the time that Bazo was waiting for, right? You know something's going to happen because Bazo told you it was. That's why Bazo's up there. With that in mind, what do you do?
Can I use my spyglass to look back at the top of the dam and see what's going on in there?
Yeah, I think
Probably
that's good.
outside.
Yeah, I like that. Oh, yeah, I think that's good because you might be like trying to confer with Basso or whatever. Yeah, go ahead and make a hunt roll with 2 dice.
4.
Fantastic. Well, take your token. You will see two people you don't recognize looking down, and they are pointing at something. So that's interesting.
Ooh.
Um, and they seem very like excited at what they're pointing at. So excited that they're not noticing the two of you at all, and no sign of Basso. So, what do you do?
Can I spend hunt tokens to be able to like track where they're pointing?
Yeah, I mean, you can just do it. You can just, yeah, I think that you don't even. I honestly don't even need to, because basically the beams of light all come together to point at what they're pointing at, and you might even feel the heat of the way the light is kind of focused in on. At a point in the valley in between the White Bridge and the Black Bridge, the light gets swallowed up. And that appears to be what they're pointing at as well.
Okay. I signal to Abeja and like let's see what that is.
Yeah, that's probably where what Asa was looking for.
Indeed.
Honestly, bit of a waste of time. I'm not gonna lie, but Asa shouldn't have stayed back out there. Like, did Basso give like a signal or something?
No, in fact, there are two strangers. I've never seen them up there in the where Basso should be. I'm not sure where he is.
Oh, that's not good because, like, I know in the area that there is sort of a little bit of a cannibalism problem. So Basso might might have been eaten. This is why you don't separate the group.
Huh. We need to deal with that then. I guess we go first to him and later we backtrack to that place.
So it sounds like you're going back to the dam then?
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
By the time you get back to the dam, I will tell you that you see someone going down the stairs toward this sluice gate entrance, the way you came. They are going down there, and as soon as they get to the sluice gate, you'll lose them. But they're going down. It's just one person.
Mm-hmm.
And there's at least one other person that you're aware of, maybe more people up top on the dam, and also no sign of Basso. What do you do?
What does this one person going down look like?
You get just a glimpse of them. You can't really, don't have time to tell.
Damn.
What do you do?
Yeah. Would we be able to tell if that's not just Basso that's managed to escape?
It's not Basso, I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you would know it's not Basso. Basso's hard to miss.
Would I have time to hit them with my ritual? Or would they be able to escape by then?
I think that they'll slip away by then. It's like you're just like catching a glimpse, basically.
Yeah. All right.
So, if somebody wants to follow them, you can follow them, or you can both follow them, or you can both just go up to the dam.
So, like, there is at least one person left behind who maybe more. But however, we need to have a good plan to have a little bit of an ambush.
I think we just go together to save Basso.
But here's the thing, Basso could be dead for all we know.
Yeah.
But you did insist that we go back for him, and I do I'm trying to rebuild my reputation
I think the
as
person
being
who's going
Right.
down to the sluice gate has managed to escape at this point.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So there's only one option now. We
Yep.
go up.
go up. Uh, I could
Can I?
create some noise to try to draw the attention. If perhaps get them to like leave the area in case like Basso gets. We can determine a corpse is there or not.
Yeah, if you could do that.
all right, what's your plan, Abeha? Tell me.
I pull out some wind chimes.
Okay.
I think I sort of probably like have like some probably find like a stick or something, try to like find like a hole that is in the damn wall to like crack it and just leave the wind chimes there. And because I do have like just a general magic-y thing about me, I think like I could just like probably
Summon the wind.
probably just like cause it to like ding from like a distance.
Long enough for them to like follow
Yeah.
up on it. Yeah. I like
Yeah.
that. Okay, take us through the risk roll.
I'm trying to draw them away from the top of the dam to like another part of the dam. What can go wrong?
Oh, this is a trap. The two of you are walking into an ambush.
Yeah. They cannot bite.
They've seen you coming and they're ready for you.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, like this. Like
Yeah.
you think you're getting the jump on them. They're getting the jump on you. Yeah.
Mhm.
Only one of them goes and the other stays behind.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be a good devil's bargain, actually. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right.
I've described both equipment and skill usage for this.
You're good on one light die.
Devil's bargains.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea. I kind of like what Zhao said. Like, no matter what, only
Only one.
it only gets the attention of one of them. Yeah.
Amanda, you're muted.
You're muted.
No matter what, an aspect of your Feybornness comes out and it highlights you in this valley. You're more visible than anyone else.
I turned a brighter shade of blue.
Basically, yeah. Like highlighter blue.
Mm. Revel, or any devil's bargains? I kind of stole your one that you
Yeah.
suggested.
I think that was kind of stolen valor there. So
I do it heartily and without apology. You got two options.
Yeah. I as much as it is silly for me to like turn highlighter blue, I really want to get them all off the dam, rather than just one.
Fantastic. You've got two light dice, and you have to do a dark. Well, it's not a dark die yet, so
Yeah. 4. What would be the complication?
The complication is going to be the complication is going to be that the one who we know as Zalushika, she has a whole undead army she's getting ready to march through the sluice gate.
Oh, fuck me. I'm re-rolling that.
Just to keep the Profundal zone guarded, essentially. Okay, you're good. 6 dark though. Ruin goes up by 1. How does your ruin go up here, I wonder?
I think as like I'm placing the chimes, I realize that there is a little bit of a trap here that's been laid for us, because like it's just like, oh, we don't want anything coming from the other side of the dam up behind, so like there is little bits of magic I think because like there's like a necromancer in their midst, and like I
Oh,
think
I'm
as
gonna
I touch it,
just to keep it simpler. I like that. I'm gonna keep it simpler and say they've just laid out caltrops on the stairs,
uh,
and you just step on them. So you have like a wounded foot now.
mhm.
But otherwise, describe how you're able to distract them to pull them off the dam so that the two of you can get up there. What does that look
Mhm.
like?
I think the wind chimes have been like further enough like down into like the dam itself, just so like when they like ring, they keep on like sort of ringing. So like it's very annoying, and it's just like, what is that noise? And I think like they, like like they don't think like anyone should be coming unless it's like an individual. Like it could be like one of us trying to like make our way back through the dam down, and they want to kill us. So like they're going after our quote unquote small group that's trying to escape. When in
Oh,
reality,
okay. So you can kind of draw them down towards near the base of the dam while the two of you
mm,
slip up is the idea. I
yeah.
like that. We can fast forward a little bit and put the three of you together again at the top of the dam.
Mhm.
Let's just have that scene, Bazo.
I think I peek out from underneath the corpse and I don't see them, and I put the corpse back down so I don't reveal myself. And then I peek out again and I see Obeha's little frog feet, which are very recognizable, by the way.
And bloody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I shimmy out from underneath the corpse and stand up. And you can see I'm just like sweating and out uncomfortable and out of breath. So they're sending zombies to the camp.
Oh.
I guess we need to go.
I didn't
Travel.
see what I came up here to see. They were here. They saw it. Did you
We
see
we found
anything?
it. Yeah, we found it. It's in between those two. Well, the last one is a bridge. The one in the middle is just a lot of bad fish. Or
Yeah.
If you peek over the side of the dam, you can see still more or less what was being highlighted by the light. It wasn't even that was being highlighted by the light. It actually seems like the light's intentionally being drawn down into a pit in the ground.
Hmm.
Um, it looked just like a bit of like from before it was like illuminated. It just looked like black sludge, but it's actually a pit.
Hmm.
And that is the set goal complete. You know where it's at. The brother
Seems
and sister
they
described it as the entrance to an observatory.
yes,
Hmm.
I don't understand though. What kind of observatory is underground?
A fair question.
To look at stuff underground.
There's nothing down there but dirt
There's
and more
caves.
ground. If there was caves, you would think that with all the water here, they would have been flooded.
Big cave.
could be isolating, so you can.
Or it could be closed. Like you know, like how ships like
Hmm.
could be like below the water line, but still like not be flooded.
Yeah,
So are we going to find this pit or are we going back to camp? I sent a message back to camp, but
Hmm.
can we see the siblings where they went?
um, I think at this point, they you can kind of see them down at the base of the dam near the stairs, and you can't hear what they're saying, but it seems like they're agreeing to go meet back up with the rest of their group, and so they go down through the sluice gate.
Let's check the observatory then.
Hmm.
we could at least stake out the entrance. Maybe we can
Yeah,
find a way to hide it or block it so that these ones don't get in and we still know where it is.
yeah.
Fantastic. Let's take a 5-minute break.